Hello, reader, and thank you for coming to another vocabulary lesson. This is lesson number 3 for Bridge the Terabithia, in case it takes you into a third week or in case you just need more words to learn and just to build your vocabulary. For each of our words this week, we have 6 words. We are going to give the part of speech, a definition, a sentence from the text that has that word in it. We are also going to give some synonyms that mean the same, some antonyms that mean the opposite. We're going to have a think about it question just to kind of have you ponder what that word means and what that word is about. And we're going to have some related word usages. At the very end, we're going to have some fill in the blank sentences that you can use as your class, or you can just use to see if you really understand what the word means. With all that said, let's get started. Our first word is myth. The noun myth means an idea or story that is believed by many people, but that is not true. From the text, a miracle. Behold the sun. I was beginning to think that she had gone into a cave and vowed never to return, like the Japanese myth. Some synonyms that mean the same might be legend, tale, or fable. Some antonyms might be fact, truth, or reality. And here you can see in our picture a mythological character who obviously is probably a god of lightning in that picture. What do you think? Why might people long ago have created a myth to explain something they didn't understand? And of course, here you can pause the video to think about or to talk about with your partner or group. As we said, the noun myth comes from the Greek word mythos, meaning story or speech. As a noun, you could say the myth of the phoenix tells of a bird that rises from its ashes. As an adjective, mythical, the dragon is a mythical creature found in many cultures. As an adverb, mythically, the hero mythically defeated the monster to save the town. Our next word is objection. The noun objection means a reason for disagreeing with or opposing something. From the text, his mother had never allowed him to have a dog, but she made no objection to PT being in the house. And here in our picture, we see a list of reasons or objections not to have a pet fish. Just some ideas. Some synonyms might be a protest, complaint, or disagreement. Some antonyms might be agreement, approval, or support. What do you think? Why might someone have an objection to a rule at school? The noun objection comes from the verb object, with the suffix shun forming a noun that means the act of disagreeing. As a verb, I object to skipping lunch for extra work. As a noun objection, she made an objection to the unfair rule. As an adjective, objectionable, his behavior was considered objectionable by the coach. And as an adverb, objectively, she objectively stated her reasons for disagreeing. Our next word is procession. The noun procession means an organized group or line of people or vehicles that move slowly together as part of a ceremony. Usually, as the picture shows, it's for reasons. They may have it for a celebration, maybe after an election, maybe for a wedding, maybe for a funeral. From the text, he walked slowly as part of a great procession, though only the puppy could be seen, slowly forward, carrying the queen's wreath to the sacred grove. Some synonyms might be parade, march, or line. Some antonyms might be a scattering or a disbanding. What do you think? What might people feel or do during a procession? The noun procession comes from the Latin processio, which I probably said wrong, meaning a moving forward with the suffix shun, indicating the act or result of something. As a noun, procession, the wedding procession walked through the garden. As a verb, process, the band processed down the street during the parade. As an adjective, processional, they played processional music at the ceremony. As an adverb, processionally, the students marched processionally into the auditorium. The next word is clamber. The verb clamber means to climb or crawl in an awkward way. And I found this picture of somebody clambering up a rock wall trying to get to the top. From the text, Jess tickled her to get her giggling again, so that when the four of them clambered down over the tailgate, they were flushed-faced and happy once more. Some synonyms for clamber might be scramble, climb, or crawl. Some antonyms might be glide, descend, or fall. What do you think? When might someone need to clamber instead of walking normally? Clamber is a verb, uncertain organ, possibly related to the word climb. I think it's obviously related to the word climb. As a verb, clamber, he had to clamber up the steep hill. Past tense, clambered. She clambered through the small window. Past present participle are happening now. The children were clambering over the jungle gym. And as a noun, clamber, which is rare, his clamber up the ledge took all his strength. Our next word is complacent. The adjective complacent means satisfied with how things are and not wanting to change them. That little puppy looks absolutely satisfied where they are. They look very complacent. From the text, Jess was glad to escape the shed and the complacent company of Miss Bessie. Some synonyms might be self-satisfied or unconcerned. Some antonyms might be motivated, concerned, or ambitious. What do you think? Why could someone being complacent stop someone from reaching a goal? The adjective complacent comes from the Latin complacere, meaning to please, with ent forming an adjective that describes a state. As an adjective complacent, we could say he felt complacent about his grades and didn't study. As a noun, complacency, her complacency kept her from seeing the danger. As an adverb, complacently, they complacently ignored the warning signs. Our last word, is vanquish. The verb vanquish means to defeat someone completely in a war or battle. In our picture, we see some superheroes going to vanquish the enemy and save the town. From the text, in the dim light, he could see Leslie's face freeze into its most queenly pose, the kind of expression she usually reserved for vanquished enemies. Some synonyms might be conquer, overpower, or defeat, and some antonyms might be surrender, lose, or yield. What do you think? What kinds of challenges might a hero need to vanquish in a story? Vanquish is a verb that comes from Latin meaning to conquer. You might say the warriors vanquished their enemies in battle. Past tense, they vanquished the opposing team with ease. A noun, a vanquisher, the vanquisher stood proudly after the victory. And as an adjective, vanquished, the vanquished army laid down their weapons. And of course, last, you can pause the video here, or you can copy these in the description below. These are some fill-in-the-blank sentences just to kind of see if you can prove you understand the words. And until next time, as always, happy reading.